Hello from Michigan. I hear you went to school at U of M, so you're quite familiar with our beautiful state here. Sam Dubin of Dubin Cleaners and Laundry in West Bloomfield and Farmington Hills, Michigan. A bright, sunny day today without any snow, so we're happy to have you in Michigan. I want to share a little bit about ourselves at Dubin Cleaners and Laundry. I'm the fourth generation in the business, so why don't we go inside, warm up a little. It is a bit cool. I know that you we're in Miami, so it might look like Miami here, but it sure doesn't feel like it. My mom's Sandy Dubin.
Hello.
And my dad, Andy Dubin. So he's the third generation. Come on inside. I'll give you a brief explanation of the generations and how we got to be Metro Detroit's premier dry cleaner, who at this point could use a little help. But come on in here. All right, so we're inside, masked, ready to go. This is our little bit of a coffee station, beverages, counters over here. So let me tell you a little bit about what we do, who we are, and how we got to be folks' most favorite dry cleaners
Let me just interject
in Metro Detroit.
1 second. This is the West Bloomfield location, the second location.
So this is our, again, West Bloomfield. We have two locations, West Bloomfield and Farmington Hills. I'll get into operations in just one moment. But again, I'm the fourth generation in the business. My great-grandpa started the original Dubin Cleaners in Detroit in 1946. My grandpa joined that venture when he got out of the war, and they ran Dubin Cleaners, the original, in the city of Detroit until my parents sold that location in 1991, the year I was born. So that's a little bit of a brief history of the origin. We moved out into the suburbs. My dad had a pickup and delivery service for many years. And we started a storefront in 2006 in Farmington Hills. Moved across the street in 2010, doubling our square footage. And even that doubling wasn't enough for us at the time. We ran out of space there, and here we are in this beautiful location in West Bloomfield, where we have been since 2017.
Our laundry division.
She looks like my Secret Service agent back there. So this is our laundry division. We do all of our laundry here. We do shirts here. We do flat work like bed sheets, table linens, and we do wash and fold. In Farmington Hills, we do all of our dry cleaning. That's our dry cleaning operation. Before I show you around a little, we ran the numbers today just to make sure that we were as accurate as possible, and we're down about 50% from where we should be. The only thing that's up is comforters, and that's because people are staying home a little bit more. But in all other areas, we're down exponentially, and again, overall 50%. We're happy that we've been able to retain our staff. And we're hoping to do that moving forward. But these funds would help that vitally, retain our staff. I wrote down all of what our funds are going to be used for, just so I could be as detailed as possible. What might our funds be used for, you ask? Well, I'll tell you: rent, payroll, utilities, maintenance, any emergency repairs. As you can imagine, we have a lot of equipment here, and equipment breaks down semi-often. Not often, but it happens. So emergency repairs, insurance, health insurance. So we have a lot of expenses like all businesses do. And again, I will show you around. But let me tell you a little bit about it. Or she's still guarding me. Let me tell you a little bit about our community involvement. Again, I'm the fourth generation in the business. Dad, you can move into the frame too. I'll move to you. Do you have to get going? He has to go to our other store.
No, we're fine.
Okay, we're fine. We're fine for a few more minutes. You only have a few more minutes for us. So we're quite involved in our community philanthropically. We have a winter warmth campaign every year where we work with two partner organizations, the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries in inner city Detroit and the National Council of Jewish Women. We split up the donations between the two organizations. And these are folks that depend on us and depend on our business to give back to the community, and we're happy to do so. Personally, I'm quite involved with our Jewish community here, and we oversee Jewish Federation in Metropolitan Detroit, 17 different partner agencies. And what's lovely and quite privileged about this business is it gives me the opportunity to give back personally in so many ways as well. So, operations. Again, we do all of our laundry from here. These are our shirts coming down the line. Our shirt presser and flatwork presser is at lunch right now. Figure this might be a quiet time to give you a little bit of a tour of our plant. So these are our shirts. This is our shirt unit here. So our laundered shirts, which this is what we do, we also hand press shirts. That goes on this shirt unit. This is our flatwork ironer, or also known as a mangle. These are sheets to be pressed. And Dave, if you get to watching this, when you come to Michigan, you bring a set of sheets here. We'll do a set, of course, complimentary. And there's nothing like the luxuriousness of Dubin Cleaners and Laundry press sheets. So it'd be my honor. I'll press your sheets myself. This is our state-of-the-art washing system, and what's nice about this particular machine that we have here is we're able to wet clean, dry clean only clothing. So in our environment of eco-friendliness, we're able to adapt to that and meet people's needs. This is the box that's empty currently. Unfortunately, due to COVID this year, we could not do our winter warmth campaign, but we're going to start it up next year, of course, in the fall. But those are our two partner agencies. So that's our production area here. We do most of the pressing again in Farmington Hills, and you'll see here. Not to, I got to get in a little bit of unfortunate news, and this should be right now full of bags of shirts that are ready to be cleaned and pressed. And let me just back up a little bit here. I don't like this background. I'm going to take you over here. It's very plain. I'm a very visual person. I went to school for broadcast journalism, so I'm kind of in that mindset when it comes to a background. So I'll put you right here. It's very interesting with COVID, and I've got about 3 minutes left, because in just the video cut out, we're going to try this again. Hopefully it doesn't cut out again. The interesting thing that I find with COVID, and as it pertains to businesses and our business, is that in just a matter of hours, practically, our lives were changed, business and personal, forever. And we had a thriving, successful business that was on an upward trajectory, and in just a couple of hours, it slashed it to half. But in inverse of that, it's going to take us not hours to get back to where we were. Obviously, it'll take us most likely months or years to get back to where we were.
We have very dedicated.
You got to speak up.
We have very dedicated customers.
We do have dedicated customers, and we're fortunate in that sense, and that's why we're so confident that with these funds, it will take us through this tumultuous time into that recovery. And we do know once people are back working, once people are back socializing and in the community, people will return here. People are out. It's amazing, because I've talked to people who either, one, feel so bad that they don't have clothes for us, or two, go out of their way to bring us clothes that they would have never ordinarily brought us. So this community has responded in so many ways, but even with that response, we're down 50%.
Let me say one other thing, not to mention that we are in 2 prime area locations.
Mom, what else did Dave want to know? Because I had notes here somewhere.
I think basically what we were going to use the funds for.
Well, I told him what we were going to use the funds for, but I'll wrap it up now. I'll wrap it up with this, because I don't want to go in circles with things. There are so many expenses that we have that these funds would be vital for, that, again, would take us through this tumultuous time into a time of recovery and allow us to give back to the community just like we were doing, just as we have been for years and decades, both personally and in the business. And these funds would help us be able to do that. So
the last thing we want to do is have to lay anybody off.
Right.
That's really the last thing that we want to do.
So Dave, we appreciate all that you're doing, all that your team is doing at Barstool. you know, I just on a personal note, I think that if more successful entrepreneurs were like you, folks wouldn't need to have to depend on the government so much. So we're so happy with what we're doing, and we're honored to be considered for this incredible endeavor. So that's it for us.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you,
Again.
and for the consideration, and wishing you a very healthy and happy New Year.
Sam Dubin, Sandy Dubin, Andy Dubin, 4th generation, 3rd generation, and important
Team leader here.
wife and mother. Dave, happy, healthy New Year to you.
Take care.